Gentlemen, this is the coin. This side is heads. This side is tails. JB, it's your call. Call it in the air.
I call heads.
Johnny Futures, it's your call. Call it in the air.
Tails never fails.
JB Heads or Tails podcast. My side of the coin on a new subject that Johnny Futures announced in episode 3. If you haven't listened to that episode yet, make sure you get over there, listen to it. Great episode, great memories on this subject. What's your most favorite sporting event you've ever been to? Now, before I dive into mine, let's do some housekeeping. Be sure to follow us here on Spotify. Head over to our YouTube channel as well and subscribe there. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think of our episodes. What's your favorite sporting event you've ever been to? First off, kudos to my colleague Futures for a great topic here. Technicality. He's got me on a technicality. It's that you've been to, quote, a sporting event you've been to, not that you've experienced. So it narrows down the list for me. I can't include Miracle on Ice, although I watched it. I can't include the hook and lateral, Miami versus the Chargers in their playoff game. Miami roaring back from a 24-0 deficit. So technically speaking, it's one that I attended. So I have 3 honorable mentions and then 1, my favorite all-time sporting event that I've actually attended. Let me start by going back to the summer of 1978, August 2nd, heated rivalry. Red Sox, Yankees, pennant chase, ultimately finalizes itself with Bucky Dent. But August 2nd, 1978, the Yanks and the Red Sox play a 14-inning game that gets suspended and finishes on August 3rd. August 3rd, 1978, I'm at Yankee Stadium. They resume the suspended game. Red Sox wins 7-5 in 17 innings. They play the regular game. Red Sox win 8-1. They sweep the Yanks. They take a 6-game lead. It was a warm, rainy day. And what I remember most about this game is there was a rain delay. And in that rain delay, as a young kid, it was pretty funny to watch. The Yankee fans just got out of control. So you had beers being thrown off the upper deck. You had people running onto the field doing their best Rick Dempsey imitations, sliding across the tarp. But the funniest thing I ever saw, somehow, some way, and for some reason, the Yankee fans decided to take the seat that they were sitting on and unscrew it and throw it onto the field. So at one point you saw security guards, ushers, walking onto the field in the middle of the downpour, carrying 3, 4, 5 seats in their arms off the field. So that's memory number 1. You had some rowdy crowds and the Yanks got swept. August 3rd, 1978. Let's move now to February 8th, 1980. Do you remember the arena that the New Jersey Nets played in before they moved to Brendan Byrne in the Meadowlands? Well, it was the Rutgers Athletic Center, the RAC. It was a cold February night. Nets taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. Heading into the fourth quarter, Lakers are dominating. They're up 9, 90-81. Getting close to the end of the game, everyone in the stands thought the Lakers had it. They were leaving. I'm asking people, why are you leaving? Why are you leaving? Next thing I know, the Nets come back and tie it. And half the arena's gone because they thought the Lakers had the game. Now, eventually, they get outscored, the Nets do, in overtime, and they lose the game, 125-120. But it was really interesting to see people leaving. And I sort of understood back then, never leave a sporting event early because you never know how it's going to turn out. A couple of high points as well from this game. Kareem, 31 points, 10 rebounds. Jamal Silk Wilkes, 28 points. Magic had a triple-double, 19 points, 13 assists, 13 rebounds. And one of my favorite all-time players on the Nets, Mike Newland, poured in 40. He was always a great free throw shooter. He hits 9 out of 10 from the charity stripe, but it was not enough. Lakers win. And my last honorable mention happened April 22nd, 1988. Meadowlands, Devils versus Capitals playoff game. Saw 2 playoff records set at that time. Patrick Sundstrom, 8 points in a single playoff game, 3 goals, 5 assists. And then 1980 Team USA gold medal winner Mark Johnson, who's on the Devils, scores 4 goals in this game. Devils win 10-4. And as a side note, the Devils were playing the Capitals, as I mentioned. Who's on the Capitals? Defenseman Scott Stevens. So those are my 3 honorable mentions. Let me get to my most favorite sporting event I ever attended. It's September 21st, 1986. My first Miami Dolphins game ever attended in person. I'm wearing an orange shirt. My buddy's wearing his Merino jersey. We get down for pregame warmups. We're right down near the tunnel where the players come out. And some guy walks up to us and says, "Hey, I'm from USA Today. We're doing a spot around the country at different games for fans. We want to take your picture. It'll be in the paper the next day." He says, "Make sure you're yelling and rooting as I shoot the picture." He does. So we're all jacked up thinking we're in USA Today the next day. We see the players come out, unbeknownst to us, as Shula's leading the team out. Later on in that week, NFL Game of the Week, I'm watching it, and there's Shula walking out of the tunnel, and there's me and my buddy on NFL Films in the background. You can't really tell, but I know it's us, because I know the shirt I'm wearing, the Dolphins orange jersey, and his Merino 13 jersey, and he has a ski cap on in the middle of September. I'm pumped because there's Shula, there's Merino, there's Duper, Clayton, Offerdahl, Hugh Green. It's me and my buddy. We grew up together being Dolphin fans. Now we're there. Game goes to overtime, and we're sitting in the top corner of the stadium. Dolphins kick off. Their backs are to us in the stands. They kick off to the Jets. Jets return it. And from the stands, upper deck, I could see it was a fumble, not called. Jets go on. They get the drive. They throw a bomb to Wesley Walker. Don McNeil gets burned. Bud Brown gets burned. Jets walk away 51-45. Unfortunately, my greatest sports memory is a Miami Dolphin loss. But this is what I saw in this game. Ken O'Brien, 29-43. 479 yards, 4 TDs. Al Toon, 7 catches, 111 yards. Wesley Walker, 6 catches, 194 yards, 4 TDs. Let's move over to Miami. Merino, 30 of 50, 448, 6 TDs. So my first game ever to see the Dolphins, Merino tosses 6 TDs. Clayton, 8 catches, 174 yards, 1 TD. And Duper, 7 catches, 154 yards. So combined, Merino and O'Brien, class of 83 quarterback class, 927 combined yards, 10 TDs. So I leave the game. I'm upset. Miami lost, but in retrospect, one of the greatest games ever played. A blown call. Who knows what would have happened had that call been correct and Merino got a short field, but I was grateful to see that. Next day, I'm all excited. At least I have a picture in the USA Today. I reach for the red, the sports section. There's 4 pictures. There was one in Washington, and I forget the other 3, but I was not one of them. So not only did I lose 51-45, I didn't even make the USA Today. So that was my greatest sports memory. September 21st, 1986, Giant Stadium, Jets, Miami, 51-45. My first NFL Miami Dolphins game. Hope you enjoyed that. Leave us a comment. Let us know what your favorite sporting event is that you attended. Hit that follow button. See you in future episodes. Appreciate you tuning in to the Heads or Tails podcast.